So now I'm gonna set up my sterile field. Once I come in the patient's room, I'm gonna wash my hands, and I'm going to make sure the patient is at waist length to work. And so once I set up my sterile field, just a side note, a lot of this stuff was already practiced with, so it's already open, but I will explain how to open it properly without breaking sterility. So when I go to open these, I'm gonna be sure not to go over them, because that would be contaminating, and they have to stay in their little blue box. Otherwise, they will be considered contaminated. So I'm gonna open this one. This one. And then this is my pretend packing. We don't actually have anything for that, so I'm just pretending that I'm gonna open this, and this is what my packing will be in. And then I also have my gloves here. And now I got these on. So now I'm gonna pick up my Q-tip and my tweezers, which are sterile. And I'm going to go in the container to pick up the packaging, which is sterile inside. So I'm gonna be sure that my fingers don't go in the container. And I'm going to pack the wound with this. I'm gonna be sure not to get my fingers and gloves inside the wound. And I'm gonna pack the tunnels and make sure I pack it in good. This is gonna go in the sharps container, and then this I'm gonna drop from here in the trash can. So I would not be putting my hands below my waist, but my trash can is actually right here on the table. But normally I would drop them from up here, and the tweezers would go in the sharps container. So now that my wound is packed, I'm going to take this from the top part, because the bottom part is sterile, and I'm gonna put that over the wound. And then I'm going to get my ABD pad and make sure that I only touch the part with the blue line. And then that's gonna go right on top. And now that the wound's covered, I'm gonna tape all the sides closed, which I can show you. So I'm gonna tape all four sides closed, making sure that nothing is open. And then I'm going to write my name, and I'm gonna initial it, write the date, write the time, and that would be good for the wound. And then I'm going to dispose of my gloves correctly, this hand, and then this goes under, and then these will get dropped in the trash can. And I'm gonna wash my hands when I leave, make sure that my patient's bed is at the ground level, and I'm gonna document all of my findings and measurements, how the patient tolerated the procedure, and everything else that would need documented. And that'll be